Welcome back to the 16th episode of Sports Avenue, ladies and gentlemen, where Steve and I are going to be discussing hot topics in the world of sports. Today, we're going to be talking about the NFC East team grades so far through this offseason and post-draft.
Yeah.
Some teams did pretty well, and some teams did pretty bad.
Yeah, I think overall, though, for this division, they actually did pretty okay.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
But before we start, subscribe, hit the bell. We want you to be the first ones to listen to the show. Mainly because I love every single one of you. I love all of you.
We enjoy your feedback.
You all have peace in my heart. All of you. But, seriously, subscribe. Follow us on Twitch. We're going to start live streaming Twitch stuff probably, I'd say at least once a month for now. We'll do some planning it out, but I feel like that's going to be a lot more, especially as summer comes through. We're on Podbean. Find us. Sports Avenue with Jim and Steve. We're there. Follow us on Twitter @_Sports Avenue. Facebook page, Sports Avenue with Jim and Steve. Instagram, Sports_Avenue 440. And you can contact us at our Gmail, sportsav440@gmail.com.
And as Steven said already before, if you're watching this video on YouTube, subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
Be one of the cool people.
Don't be one of those people that just don't subscribe and, you're hated forever.
Join the dark side.
Yeah, come on. Like I'm like cool Darth Maul. Except much shorter and much fatter. And I don't have the horns. That's it. I mean, come on. I have the lightsaber skills, though.
They call me Darth Vader because they call me Daddy.
So we're going to start off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Their draft and their free agent signings. Jim, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so with their first pick, they took an offensive tackle out of Washington State in Andre Dillard.
Which he fell, according to everybody else.
Yeah, he was
supposed to go top
15-ish. He's probably the best pass protecting left tackle in the draft to many people. But their first second round pick, they took Miles Sanders, the running back out of Penn State. With their second round pick, they took J.J. Arcega-Whiteside out of Stanford, the wide receiver. With
go ahead.
Their fourth round pick, they took Sharif Miller, defensive end out of Penn State. And with their fifth round pick, their last pick, they took Clayton Thorson, the quarterback out of Northwestern. With their free agent signings, they took cornerback Ronald Darby.
So now, those of you for Darby, he was a pretty solid corner.
In Denver, right? Was it Denver?
I thought he was in Chicago.
He was in Chicago.
You sure? There was another guy in Chicago then. But yeah, he's a solid corner he came out of. Then it was Denver. But
they got Jordan Howard.
Who I don't understand. You and I go back and forth on this. I have no idea why the NFL hates Jordan Howard.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
I do too.
Everyone's saying like this dude's an old school power back.
But he has the moves.
Yeah,
and he gets the yards.
Yeah, he's not going to get a high average per carry, but he's going to get a lot of yards from initial contact, yards after first contact, yards after line of scrimmage. I mean, I don't know. He gets dogged on it. I don't get it. I like him. He's an Indiana running back, and they usually have good running backs.
Yeah, they do. You know who I don't like? I don't like the trade for Deshaun Jackson again. I don't like that. Deshaun Jackson's over the hill.
Yeah, he's like 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, they got Deshaun Jackson in trade with Tampa Bay. I think he's more of a depth piece, maybe special teams player. I don't know at this point. They got the D-tackle Malik Jackson, who wasn't himself in Jacksonville, at least last year.
No, he wasn't. He was a lot better than he played anyway.
Yeah. So now he's going to Philadelphia. Maybe he'll make a name for himself. They got a tight end, Richard Rodgers. He's not really known. I don't know much of him.
No. Richard Rodgers. Wasn't he the guy in Green Bay that caught that?
Yeah.
His one catch was the Hail Mary to, it's my dream come true. That was pretty great.
Next, they got safety Andrew Sidejo. He was a solid safety in the Vikings secondary for a few years. Him and Harrison Smith were pretty solid as a duo back there. He should probably find a starting role. If not, he'll definitely play. They re-signed defensive end Vinny Curry. I think he played with the Eagles previously, but
Yeah, I think he was. No, where was he? Was he in Tampa? Was he in Tampa or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he came back or whatever.
Then they got inside linebacker L.J. Fort. I think that's more of a depth piece. I think they addressed some needs. They got a good running back.
Yeah, I think they. I mean, you could potentially say Howard's going to be your starter, but then you draft Sanders, who is now going to project to be a starter. He was very good in Penn State.
Yeah, but they also like to run running back by committee. Like Corey Clement got his reps, Darius Sproles got his reps, J.J. got reps. They all got reps. So I think,
and J.J.'s awful.
Yeah, he was not good at Philly. I thought he was going to be much better.
I didn't. I never did. Don't like him. Anyway, off-season grade, I give the draft a B+. I love their draft. Their draft was very good.
Yeah, it was short,
it addressed specific needs, but it was, in my opinion, it was quality at those needs.
Yeah, because Andre Dillard's going to be the anchor.
He's going to be your starting left tackle.
Yeah, because Jason Peters is over at Philly, but he'll be a good mentor for Dillard.
Miles Sanders, I mean, if they're going to do running back by committee, he'll get touches.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
He might start.
He might be your number 2.
Yeah, besides Alshon Jeffrey.
Yep. Sharif Miller, he's probably going to, I mean, at the very least, he's a quality depth piece at the end.
Yeah,
and you can move him inside.
Yeah, and plus he might be a future starter just because of their defensive line is getting older and older as the years come. I mean, I think all of them are over 30 now. Like Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, all those guys are over 30. So he, a quality pick for 4th round. Definitely develop. Clayton Thorson, he's just going to be the backup to Carson Wentz. Obviously.
Which, I mean, they need though.
Yeah.
Because he gets hurt every year.
Yeah. So
how many games has he missed in the last 2 seasons? His only 2 seasons, like 14.
Something like that.
He's missed a whole year of playing time.
Yeah. So I think it was a good pick. He had got depth. Yeah, I
didn't realize it was 14 games. You think of it like that, you should have probably paid Foles to stay.
They're not going to pay him 4 years, $88 million to be a backup.
No, they'll pay him. I wouldn't pay him that.
But, so yeah, I'd go with the B+. They didn't get any groundbreaking people, but they got a lot of people that could contribute immediately or eventually.
I gave him an overall B.
Yeah, I can go with the B, definitely.
B, maybe, upside B+, but I went with B. Washington Redskins. So their draft, I thought they had a pretty decent draft, especially their first 5-6 picks. They were really good.
You can argue, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So they grabbed, Haskins fell. He fell way farther than he should have.
Yeah.
But at 15.
It wasn't like it was his fault, though.
No.
Not a lot of quarterbacks are going this year.
And then you had Montez Sweat. They got back in the first round for. Those are solid picks.
Yeah,
Haskins is probably. I mean, if he doesn't start, I'm just not gonna break my heart. Because Case Keenum is not a bad quarterback. People rag on him all the time. I believe it was Case Keenum and Nick Foles. It's a toss-up of who's better. It is a literal coin flip.
Yeah, I like Case Keenum.
I do too. I do.
You're saying, one more win with Minnesota and they're in the Super Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Call me crazy, but
he made Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen look pretty good.
Yes, he did. Oh. Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah.
Then you got Terry McLaurin at Ohio State, the pair with Dwayne Haskins. I think that was a genius pick. McLaurin is not bad. They need help at receiver. He's super quick. He's got good hands. That's a good pick. Bryce Love. I like Bryce Love.
Yeah, everyone.
But he
just tore his ACL.
Which is common for running backs anymore.
And my problem is that they have Darius Geis that they just drafted last year in the 2nd round.
Yeah, who didn't even play last year, right?
He had like one preseason snap and tore his ACL or something like that. It was messed up.
Yeah, but he was projected to be the starter, right? Because he came out of was it Florida State?
LSU.
Oh,
Dalvin
that's right. Dalvin Cook was LSU or Florida State.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I like Bryce Love, but I like Ice too. I think that's going to be a really good backfield if they stay healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
Wes Martin, he's a guard at Indiana.
Yeah, they're bolstering up their line to protect their future quarterback.
Which makes sense. And Ross Pierschbacher?
Yeah, he's
a guard out of Alabama. He's solid. I was hoping the Browns were going to grab him. But
yeah.
And then you have, I don't know who Cole Holcomb is, but again, you got Kelvin Harmon in 6th round.
Yeah, he slid.
He did. He slid pretty far. But he's got to work on his hands, and if his hands come along, he'll be okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who Jimmy Moreland is or Jordan Brailford.
Yeah, I don't either. Those are just 7th round. Those are the 7th round picks, so maybe they make the team, maybe they don't.
But, like you said.
For the free agent signings, they got 4 guys I think most people, at least if you watch football, would recognize. If you paid attention to the Giants, they pretty much paid Landon Collins a ton of money to come to Washington. And rightfully so. He's one of the best safeties in the league. He was just on a really crappy defense.
Yeah, he's on a really bad defense.
Or top-heavy defense. It's him and Olivier Vernon. I mean, what else is there? Janoris Jenkins, and he's okay. They got Case Keenum in a trade with the Broncos. I think that's a great trade for them. They have a guy that at least sets a bridge, and I think a guy that'd be willing. I think he might be a good mentor to Dwayne. You know, they're not similar in play style. Because Case Keenum is more of a gunslinger and Haskins is more of a pocket passer. But I think Case Keenum can show him some.
Yeah, you can show him some stuff. I mean, they're both good quarterbacks in their own right.
Yeah,
they both had very successful college careers in their own right, and Case Keenum's been able to show flashes of starter potential.
Yeah, he can start.
I think he's a better quarterback, or he's a better backup, but he can start.
Yeah, he's a guy like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, he can throw, he can go in there and sling it.
Yep.
His only problem is turnovers every now and again. But yeah, Denver wasn't a good fit for his play style, in my opinion.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's why he's got traded. So.
Yep. My overall grade, I gave their draft grade an A. I thought they had a very good draft. Like I said, especially the first, was it 6 picks? Six picks?
Yeah, I mean, Cole.
And then you grabbed Harmon, and if he pans out, he's kind of like a maybe.
And Cole, well, the thing is, Cole Holcomb's probably going to end up playing too because they lost Preston Smith into free agency. I mean, that's a starting linebacker right there.
Yeah. And then you go ahead and you add, I gave their draft grade an A, and their free agency I gave them a B. Yeah. Because now with the draft Haskins, and with Keenum, he could start, like we said.
I think it'll be more like he starts 8 games. If he struggles, they throw Haskins in. If not, you give Haskins a year to learn.
Yep.
With Gruden. Yep. And see what happens.
Yep. I mean, Landon Collins is going to come in and start. Rogers Cromartie, he probably going to come in and start.
Yeah, if not, he'll play 2 or the slot.
And Eric Flowers, he may come in and start. So I gave their free agent grade. It should probably be. Yeah, I gave him a B. Overall B plus.
Yeah, I think
I thought they had a very good off season so far.
Yeah, I think for the Redskins, who kind of sit there and dwell in mediocrity, I think they definitely made some moves to at least try and start competing, and it's respectable. I think they did really well with what they have, and they got good pieces.
Well, I agree with that. I stand by that. All right, we're gonna go on to the.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? You suck. Cowboys are trash. Just wanna let that one sink in.
Yeah, just gotta give them a few seconds to cry.
Yeah, just.
But they're not. We have Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott made a video to Kyler Murray. He was a nice guy.
Shut up. Shut up.
Thinking Dak, baby.
It's trash.
All right, so
now I did think that they had a pretty solid draft, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I think of all teams, they had the best draft.
One of the best teams in the division or as a whole.
I'd say division. I'd say out of these 4 teams right here, the Cowboys probably had the best.
Yeah, without having a first-round pick, they did really well at getting talent.
Yeah.
All right, so
I like Tristan Hill. I like the D tackle to UCF.
Yeah. Okay, let's just go through the list.
All right, go on.
So at the second-round pick, their first pick, they took Tristan Hill, D tackle out of UCF. He slid up the boards and. He's going to be probably one of the starting D tackles.
Yeah, he shot up. He was projected later rounds, and Cowboys really like what they saw.
Yeah. With the third-round pick, they took Connor McGovern, one of the 2 Connor McGoverns in this draft.
Yeah, but he's a brawler at guard. He's going to be a good pickup.
With the fourth-round pick, they took Tony Pollard, running back out of Memphis.
So he was the backup
to Darrell Henderson,
and I loved Henderson. Henderson was my RB1.
And you thought he had a lot of production. I mean,
and Pollard for a backup had he was a 1,000-yard all-purpose guy.
Yeah.
So for Memphis after Henderson, that's still very impressive.
Yeah, but you think like what does he do?
He had a lot of catches out of backfield. He's
consistently
Dak.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean he fits that mold of that offense very well.
Yep. He'll be a great, hey, third down, let's keep Zeke fresh, go catch a pass out of the backfield because Dak's going to throw it to you or Jason Witten, so have fun with that. But their 5th round pick, they took Michael Jackson, the corner out of Miami University.
Yep. And in a mock I did for the Browns, I had him going to Cleveland in the 5th, and he's going to be a solid guy eventually.
Yeah, because they need to continue to bolster up their secondary.
Yeah.
Their
And
front 7 is one of the best in the league. I will stand by that with them. But their secondary definitely has to improve a little bit.
Yep. And then their next pick, 27th in the 5th.
One of the biggest sleepers in this draft.
Yeah, Joe
far.
Jackson, in Miami. He slid way far. He was like a 3rd-round talent, and he went late 5th. So he's going to be, in my opinion, obviously I'm a Hurricanes fan too, but still.
Definitely has potential to be a great defensive
I
rush.
feel so. I agree with that.
Throw Lawrence.
Especially with learning with these guys that are in Dallas.
Yeah, throw Lawrence off a bridge and start Joe Jackson.
You could probably do it.
Eventually, if Lawrence, wipes the bed and doesn't want to play anymore because he's getting $20 million a year, we'll see.
I don't know about that. But, and then you got in the 6th round, Donovan Wilson, safety out of Texas A&M. I don't know much about him.
Me neither.
In fairness, I don't know much about him, although they're drafting secondary help because they need it. So they must have seen flashes of something.
The next pick kind of surprised me here because they already drafted a running back. But the 7th round pick, their first of 7.
Yep.
Their first 7th round pick. They took Mike Weber out of Ohio State.
Now, for those of you, because I'm clearly we're from Ohio, we're Ohio State fans. People were sleeping on him hard.
Yeah,
Mike Weber is way better than a 7th round pick.
Well, I think the thing that kind of hurt was that he was never the true starter. He was playing when Zeke was there, then he was playing when P.K. Dobbins or J.K.
Dobbins.
I mean, it's kind of
J.K. Yeah, and then because Dobbins came in as a true freshman and was starting.
Yeah, then Weber got his touches too, and he showed glimpses of potential.
I think Weber. People sleeping on him. He's going to do very. I think he's a quality back in the NFL.
Yeah, I just don't get Dallas picking him because they already got
after they got Pollard.
Yeah, so
while they had Zeke.
Unless, I don't know.
Tony Pollard's probably going to be a sleeper fantasy pick.
Yeah, he'll be a flex guy.
He had like 40 catches out of the backfield this year.
Yeah, he'll be a flex back for sure.
And in college.
Yeah.
A lot of receivers don't get that.
No.
Just ask DK Metcalf.
And with their last pick, they took Jalen Jelks, the defensive end of Oregon.
And, a lot of guys said he was going to be a 7th round pick all along. Long, tall. Good for you. You're out of Oregon. I mean, that's kind of how I see that.
Yeah.
Pac-12 guys that do well out of there are typically offense.
So DeForest Buckner takes defensive end from the 49ers. He's from Oregon, and I'm surprised. Well, it's like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me that they have that you think
the last great player from Oregon.
Marcus Mariota. Just kidding. He's garbage.
He's awful.
DeForest Buckner's
defensively. What the hell is his name? T.J. Ward.
One of the best. Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah,
I liked him a
Oregon,
lot.
Yeah, from Oregon, definitely.
Yep. He went to the Browns.
He went to the Broncos and got a ring, baby.
Yeah, next year. Piece of garbage.
Yeah, not his
He's
fault.
like, Peyton.
I don't blame him.
No, not at all.
So, with the Cowboys, well, I'm just going to say it right now, they sucked in free agency.
Yeah, I thought their free agency was awful.
Except
minus Randall Cobb.
Except one guy. They got one guy I think that was a great move.
Don't do this.
So, I'm just going to build this up.
Oh, no, Jim, don't.
So, they got Randall Cobb as their wide receiver.
Oh, jeez. You go ask for it. If you're listening, you're still listening, you want to hear this. Go ahead.
So, they got Randall Cobb. That's a great pickup.
I'd say that's their best pick.
Yeah.
But Jim disagrees.
Yeah, come on. You can do better. Next they got safety George Aloka. He played with the Bengals. I know that because
we stomped him twice a year.
Yeah, he was on another team last year. I don't remember who it was. He did because he wasn't that good. They traded for defensive end Robert Quinn. If you guys really remember him, he was really good on St. Louis before. Yeah, the St. Louis Rams. He was not that good in L.A. Then he got traded to Miami. Or he got overpaid in Miami, then they just traded him back to Dallas because Dallas needs some. They're using Robert Quinn as a replacement for David Irving, who wants to smoke some dope.
Dope.
So, and this next guy, oh man, they picked.
You sure want him next? Why don't you just end with him? Why don't you just do him last?
That's a good idea.
Just build that suspense.
Okay, so they've got 2 defensive tackles. I know neither of them. Christian Covington and Kerry Hyder.
I have never heard those names ever.
Those are just depth pieces or guys that are just going to fight for a roster spot come minicamp. But this last guy...
The last guy, I tell you what he is?
He is one of the best broadcasters in ESPN.
You know what he's going to be? He's going to be a locker room leader.
And he's going to be a check down guy. Jason Witten might not... Or you know what?
Jason Witten.
He is the best free agency signing in the NFL this year. Because what is Dak without a tight end? And he can't throw 2-3 yards down the field.
I don't know. He's going to find Zeke.
Nothing.
I hate it. I hated their free agent signings. Randall Cobb, he's
okay.
Iloka or whatever, however the hell you say his name. He's going to be, I think he's going to be a depth piece. I don't think he's going to come in and start.
No, probably not.
I mean, like, that's bad. Like, Randall Cobb's solid. Why the hell are you going to pay Jason Witten money? The man couldn't run his last year. Took, what, a year off? 2 years off?
Took a year off to go sit
Took
the
a year
broadcast
off, did pretty solid.
No, he did pretty bad.
He did pretty awful. He broke the Pro Bowl trophy.
I think that was him trying to say that the Pro Bowl's garbage, as everyone else agrees. But, we all got to have fun.
I thought they had the best draft in this division, and they had the worst free agency. I gave their draft
They probably
an
have
A.
one of the worst free agencies in the NFL.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give their draft. No, I'm not going to give an A+. I don't know. That's a pretty solid draft.
Without having a first-round pick, I think...
You know what? That's an A+. That is an A+.
A+, yeah.
A+ draft. And I gave him a C- free agency. And that's now really looking at this. And they overpaid Jason Witten.
Yeah, I guess C- is generous in my opinion. Like, you could do much better. If you... Yeah, you're the freaking Dallas Cowboys.
You get a D. Yeah, you get a D. You're supposed to be America's team. You're America's butthole right now.
Yeah, in free agency, yeah.
In free agency, you were America's butt. So I'm going to give them... Yeah, they got a D.
Yeah,
free agency.
A B- because, I mean, again, they did really well in the draft.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give them a C overall. Because
I think C+, B-, you're in that area.
I just that free agent signing is so bad.
Yeah, there's...
And then you overpay on Witten. It's just like, Jerry, like, I know you like your guys, but...
No, next.
No, here we go. We saved the best for last.
The New York Football Giants.
So we saved the best for last.
The 2020 Super Bowl champs.
But I want you to know. I want you to know that I don't like the Giants, the front office. They're laughable. They're jokes.
David Gettleman's the best GM in the league.
I feel like I gave them a solid, fair grade. So I want you to let me hear me out. Let us make fun of them.
But in all
seriousness, we're gonna make fun of them a lot.
But they actually
I think they improve a lot. So,
but they took the best quarterback. They probably took the best player in the draft at number 6 overall.
Why?
Daniel Jones.
He's
the son of Eli Manning.
He wasn't even. I don't even think he was our top 5 quarterback, or he was my 5. He was my QB 5, and that's generous.
Yeah,
Easton Stick might have been a better pick than this kid. And I like Easton Stick a lot, but you know what he is?
Stick it to him.
He's a much more accurate Lamar Jackson.
And he's from North Dakota.
Yeah, exactly.
Or somewhere.
Yeah, North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's probably going to convert the receiver or something. He's fast.
They might make him back up to Phillip. Crimea Rivers. Honestly, after their first pick...
Everybody was pissed.
Literally. After their first pick, arguably, almost everyone that they drafted could arguably start / or they're going to play. Everyone could arguably play from the get-go. I think that's a really well draft done. They got Dexter Lawrence at 17th. Next pick, I think, is their best pick of the draft at all.
I think DeAndre Baker.
You got a number 1 corner at 30, so...
That's a solid pick.
O'Shane Zimenez is a raw talent that can be a good defensive end, maybe in the future.
That's fair.
Julian Love.
I think Julian Love, he could come in and start too.
4th round, yeah,
I think he's value in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a great pick for them.
Because he was targeted, at least for me. I thought he was one of the better corners available in the 2nd.
Yeah, if Browns didn't draft Greedy Williams, I say Julian Love or Justin Lane. Or Joe Juwan Williams, too.
Oh, well, yeah, but Joe Juwan went right before.
Yep. Yeah, not happy about that.
Oh, well, yeah, he went to... Anyway, go on.
Yeah, next they drafted Ryan Connolly, an inside linebacker to Wisconsin. He's probably going to be good.
He's probably going to come in and start.
Yeah,
They have nobody on that defense. Their defense is dog crap.
Yeah, they lost everyone.
They offloaded everyone.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the guys that they drafted on defense are all arguably going to start or get playing time at one point or another.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
everyone in that roster could probably play.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going, and then we'll go through starters.
Well, except one guy.
Except
Darius Slayton. They drafted the second, fifth-round pick was the wide receiver out of Auburn. He's kind of like what I've heard is more like a Miles Boykin type guy. He's tall, he's fast. Guy's just got to work at his catching. He could probably play. He's probably going to be. He's probably going to complement Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate because they need size out wide receiver, obviously, and he's going to provide that. Their next pick, probably not going to play right away.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that Corey Ballantyne isn't going to play since he got shot this morning.
Or after he got drafted yesterday.
I
wake up, I'm going through my phone, the next thing you know, I get...
Corey Ballantyne.
He gets shot.
6th round pick and the New York Giants shot.
So, I wonder how his agent or David Gettleman reacted to that. So our corner just got shot this morning. He's all right. We're going to have him for the season.
Luckily, we drafted 3 of them.
Yeah.
I mean... And then, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, so it's going to be George
Asafo Ajayi. Ajayi.
Guard from Kentucky.
Wow, Kentucky town coming out here.
Yeah, Kentucky showed out today. This draft pretty well.
And with their last pick, they drafted Chris Slayton, D tackle out of Syracuse.
So, going through their draft, I think the middle part of their draft, it was their best, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
I see Daniel Jones, eventually he'll start.
Yeah.
Not this year, because, they love mouth breathers so much.
They love the greatest quarterback in the NFL.
God, he's so bad. They love him. Dexter Lawrence, they reached at 17. Dexter Lawrence was a 2nd-round pick.
But he's going to start. He'll start. He'll be an impact if he stays straight.
DeAndre Baker will be either should be day one starting corner. If he doesn't start day one, he's a bust. That's a bust.
No, that's disrespect.
That is. O'Shane Zimenez I think he'll be a depth piece overall. They might start him, but I don't think he's going to be a starter anywhere else.
Well, I think if they're going to give him anything, they'll just say, you learn by experience, not through the playbook. If anything, they'll be like, hey, just learn.
Julian Love has potential to be a starter.
Yeah, if they ship off Janoris Jenkins...
worst case, he's your slot corner starter.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Janoris Jenkins is on the trade block or doesn't make the roster, and you roll with 2 rookie corners as your CB1.
And you just ride it out.
Yeah, because, that's what your team is right now. You're not planning to win. If you expect to win...
if you're playing to win, you're...
you can potentially...
You're Dave Gettleman. Oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Eli Manning saying he can't play. He's a bunch of crack.
It's a bunch of crack.
Ryan Connolly, I think he's going to start.
Yeah.
Especially on that defense. But he wasn't a bad pick. In the 5th round, he's actually a very good pick.
Eventually when Corey Ballantyne gets healthy, he can be a shutout cannon,
Yeah. Darius Slayton, I think he'll be a depth piece.
Chris Slayton. Or Darius. There's 2 Slaytons. I didn't even realize that.
Goof. Ballantyne got shot. George Adehi or whatever. I don't know a lot about him, but I know that the Giants give up a lot of sacks. So I think any help is beneficial. And then Slayton, I think he'll be a depth piece. So, in the free agent signings, a couple guys in here were trades.
To me, this free agent signing, all these signings, they look gold to me. They look like gold to me.
Picked up Golden Tate, signed Antoine Bethea.
They have 2 guys with gold. I didn't realize that.
Signed Marcus Golden. Signed Olsen Pierre. And they traded for Jabril Peppers and Kevin Zeitler from the Browns.
Now,
that's a pretty good overhaul in my opinion.
You got a starting safety. You got a starting receiver. You got another starting safety. You got a starting guard.
And most of your draft picks are going to play this year.
So you know what? I'm actually going to change that grade. So this is my synopsis. I feel the Jones pick's a bad pick. They're going to end up picking a quarterback again next year.
No, they can't because Jones is not going to play. Why would they let him? He's from Duke, and the coach that
I know, but he just so bad. Jones pick's a bad pick. I don't think he's going to pan out. I really don't.
If he went to New England, yeah, sure,
maybe. But Lawrence was.
I don't
it
trust
was a reach.
I don't trust Pat Shurmur.
No, I don't either. Obviously, you saw what he did to us.
Yeah.
I don't trust the Dexter Lawrence pick was a reach, but he'll start. I think, like Jimmy said, he'll be beneficial day one. DeAndre Baker was their best pick in the first round. He's going to be a day one starter. And day 3, they added
starters almost on both sides of the ball.
Yep.
So.
And a rotational DN. I think he's going to be rotational DN as Jimenez on day 2. So I give them a B+.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair grade. I think if they would have hit at 6, if they would have drafted literally
Haskins or Lock.
Haskins or Lock at 6, this is an A+ draft.
I'm saying overall they're like an A.
If they draft Luck or Haskins at 6, this draft, this team offseason A+.
Yeah,
and that's with losing OBJ.
Yeah, because
and Collins and Vernon. I think it's an A+ offseason if they draft the right quarterback, but they didn't. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I said that too. I'm like they're a Lock or Haskins away from being an A in the offseason. Like Gettleman did good. I have this feeling that Gettleman was told to choose Jones because ownership's like we need Eli Manning 2.0.
We need Eli Manning successor.
Does he mouth breathe?
Can he breathe through his nose? We don't want him.
Does he like getting hit 60 times a game?
Does he hold on to the ball for too long? I want him. It's just, eventually you just kind of have to let losers lose. Browns did it for years.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen this year. Really excited about it. But Gettleman, he made good trades. Looking at it now, choosing to ride with Eli, he's had a really good offseason.
Everything except one pick.
Yeah, everything except for the most important pick. But outside of that, I think he's had a very good offseason. So, for what it's worth, B+. I think that's fair. I think that's solid. But that's our show. Go ahead. Remember, Podbean. Subscribe. YouTube. Subscribe. Twitter. Follow. Facebook Sports Avenue with Jim Steve. Like. Instagram. Follow. Subscribe, whatever it is.
Yeah, we forgot to say this earlier, but this is like a little series that we're going to do with all these divisions. We're going to go through like each NFL division. So like today we went through the NFC East. So like next week we'll probably do like the NFC North or NFC South, NFC West, any of those teams.
Yeah, we'll do one of those things.
Yeah. So we're just going to go through, talk about all their additions, as you can see, and we'll just discuss it. There'll be shorter episodes, obviously, but
But hopefully it'll be
fun.
something that'll keep you guys engaged and keep you listening. So, thank you. God bless.